Obviously, I miscalculated a few things.
Eddie, I know you're in there.
Why is it that the moment your life exceeds your wildest dreams, the knife appears at your back? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I will never let them touch me. My neighbor must have opened his door to complain. For a guy with a 4-digit IQ, I must have missed something. And I hadn't missed much. I'd come this close to having an impact on the world. And now the only thing I'd have an impact on was the sidewalk.
You see that guy? That was me not so long ago. What kind of guy without a drug or alcohol problem looks this way?
Only a writer. Strangely enough, nobody believed that I actually had a book contract.
Well, it's masquerading as a sci-fi novel, but it's really my own personal manifesto about the plight of the individual in the 21st century. And I sort of created a utopian society where we all sort of, it's really sort of,
Today was the day I was gonna kick its ass. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Just gotta put in the time, stay in the room. That's the key concept. Don't leave the room. A few weeks passed this way. Maybe a few months. At least I still had Lindy. Just like that.
Come on, Eddie. This is hardly a surprise.
I'm surprised. Let's just not do this, okay? I'm gonna hand in 90 pages tomorrow on Friday. If you just wait to see what she says.
Eddie,
What?
I know how it's going. I was your girlfriend.
That word doesn't even begin to describe what you are to me.
Partner. Squeeze.
Paramore. And Morata.
Cleaning lady. Bank.
Thanks. Agree with that.
Be that. Well, what's mine is yours too, and you know I want to share the rest of my life with you. In fact, I was thinking that we
Don't
should
propose.
Why not?
Because it worked out so well for you last time.
It's true, I'd been married once, right out of college, to Melissa.
I do.
Briefly.
This isn't working.
Well, even though everything you say is true, I still love you.
I gotta get back to work.
You didn't even tell me what happened.
I got it.
You did?
I'm an editor. I'll have my own assistant. You believe that?
Yeah, of course I believe you. You deserve it.
Thanks.
She was right. Why stick it out? I had clearly missed the on-ramp. We both knew what was beckoning. The lower bunk in my childhood bedroom in Jersey. My father happy to welcome me into the challenging field of dental supply inventory.
Eddie Mora.
Of all the useless relationships better forgotten and put away in mothballs, is there any more useless than the ex-brother-in-law?
Holy shit, man. What's it been, like 9 years? God.
Hey.
You all right? You look like you're living on the streets. What's going on?
Not much. What's up? I'm writing a lot.
Oh, you still trying to write?
Matter of fact, I have a book contract.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
How about you? You still dealing, Vern?
Do I look like I'm still dealing?
No, you don't. No.
Come on, let's go get a drink. I want to hear about this book.
I don't know. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
When does that ever stop?
All right.
So,
How's Melissa doing?
there you go. Thanks. Wouldn't know. I don't see her. She moved upstate. She got some kind of internet home sales kind of job. Couple kids.
Couple kids. Who's the husband?
I walked out on her if you really want to know. But what do you care, man? You were married like 5 minutes. Look, I don't want to talk about her. I want to talk about you, okay? Tell me about this book. How's it going?
Well, it's, I'm behind. I'm behind on my book, and it's pretty well polluting my days and nights if you really want to know.
Well, how much have you written of it?
Not one word.
Creative problems, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I can help you with that. Just this once.
Oh, no.
You don't even know what it is.
Still dealing.
Brother, I am light years from that now. I've been doing some consulting for a pharmaceutical company.
Well, like some offshore lab making fake Viagra? Come on, Vern.
No. This is an exclusive product. It's coming on stream next year. They've had clinical trials and it's FDA approved.
All right, just out of curiosity, and that's all.
Let's see it. What's in it?
They've identified these receptors in the brain that activate specific circuits. And you know how they say that we can only access 20% of our brain? Well, what this does, it lets you access all of it.
Vern, look at me. Do I look into you? I'm broken. I'm depressed off my ass. I don't think that my life's gonna take some sudden upswing into fame and fortune by taking some shiny brainy designer drug.
Can't. When? Tell them we can't do that. No, you tell them. No, now. Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to leave you here, Eddie. But I really do want to do this again. So call me. And that's on the house. I don't want to. Don't be ungrateful. You know how much that costs? $800. Pop. You're welcome.
All the way home, I thought about Melissa. How could she be a failure, too? She'd been so smart. Smarter than anyone around her.
Clearly, there was a direct link between this Eddie, slightly drunk at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and an earlier Eddie,
Vomiting on his boss's desk or stealing his dying aunt's Percocet.
So who could blame Lindy for dumping me?
So if you should find it, and if you're alone, oh well, alone.
In the end, how much worse could it get?
Is my name.
want to see anybody. Especially not my landlord's nasty young wife.
Valerie, Tuesday.
Look, enough, okay? Steve handles the rent, so you can feed your crap to him.
I suddenly had extra reason to get away from her. I had thoughtlessly ingested a substance.
Like the rent's not low enough.
I had gotten remarkably little information from Vernon about what this drug would do.
Else. You could even be a bike messenger and come up with that. Really?
What if it was a hallucinogen?
It's pathetic.
Oh my God. Listening to her rag if I were tripping, I'd jump out a window.
Hello? Are you listening to me? Do you get it? You are gonna be out on the streets. Out.
And then
As
I
in,
felt it.
You don't have a place to live. Do you wanna be homeless?
I was blind, but now I see.
What's wrong?
What?
You don't like me, and I don't blame you. You see a self-defeating, energy-sucking piece of shit who's sponging off your husband. You're wishing I'd blow my brains out, but my existence shouldn't make you this upset. What is it?
That's none of your business.
Something wrong in law school?
How do you know I'm in law school?
People who aren't usually don't carry around dry, academically constipated books about a dead Supreme Court justice.
You're a creep, aren't you? You've been following me.
No, I just noticed the book.
You just saw the corner of it. How did you know that?
I'd seen it before, 12 years ago in college. Sitting on the couch of a TA I was trying to make, waiting for her to come back out of the bathroom, hoping she'd have a condom. Somehow my unconscious had served that up. A memory I'd never even recorded. Or was it there the whole time, and all I needed was the access?
If you're writing a paper, that's not the book I'd use.
Well, who asked you?
Hastings has his oral history. I'd start there. Interesting point. Grammatically, this guy was an idiot, which sort of gives credence to the theory that one of the clerks he had fired actually wrote most of this guy's major opinions. You could Google the clerk's sons. They'd love to talk to you, exonerate their dad. That'd give you something that no one else has. And
Information from the Odd Museum show, a half-read
do you
article,
know
some
about
PBS documentary. It was all bubbling up in my frontal lobes, mixing itself together into a sparkling cocktail of useful information. She didn't have a chance.
What are your suggestions?
We'd really worked on her paper, too. In 45 minutes, it was a polished gem. She was pleased. Home. But it couldn't be my home, could it? I mean, who would live like this? My first thought, torture. But saner heads prevailed. What was this drug? I couldn't stay messy on it. I hadn't had a cigarette in 6 hours, hadn't eaten. So, abstemious and tidy? What was this? A drug for people who wanted to be more anal retentive? I wasn't high, wasn't wired, just clear. I knew what I needed to do and how to do it. The next morning, I sent a little probe down into my brain. no surge of brilliance came up to greet me. In short, I was back. But something remained.
You're kidding.
Oh.
Words have appeared on paper,
Yes.
written by you.
All you have to do is read 3 pages. Just read 3 pages in the next hour, and if you don't want to keep reading, I'll give you back the advance. Okay.
Okay, Eddie.
Okay.
Eddie, give me a call when you get in. Eddie, I'm 40 pages further in. Call me. It's a little grandiose, but I'm still reading. Okay, how did you do this? I really like. Just call me the minute you get in. Call, okay?
Who is it?
Hey, Vernon, it's Eddie.
Eddie who?
Mora.
Not a good time, Eddie.
Hey, Vern, I really just need to talk to you. Hey, oh, whoa. Vern, what happened?
Don't worry about it, I'm fine. So, Eddie, you are interested after all.
That stuff's amazing.
Works better if you're already smart.
Vern, who did this to you?
Trust me, you don't want to know.
So, what's it called?
Doesn't have a street name yet. But the boys in the kitchen are calling it NZT-48.
The boys in the kitchen? That doesn't sound very FDA approved, Vern.
FDA approved, that's a laugh. You don't even believe that shit, did you?
Okay, so what do we have here? Some unknown, untested, possibly dangerous drug scammed out of some unidentified lab somewhere, given to me by a highly unreliable guy I hadn't seen in years.
So you want some more?
Yes, definitely.
All right, we'll talk about it. But I need a favor first. Obviously, I'm in no condition to go out right now, so I was wondering if you could hop down to the dry cleaners, grab my suit for me, and maybe grab a little breakfast for us.
He knew he had me.
Sure. From now on, I'd happily be his errand boy. Wash his windows, scrub his toilet. Anything I could do to get my hands on that little clear pill that would bring back enhanced Eddie.
Vern? Vern?
I need to report a murder. 7B, yes. Okay, I won't.
Took them forever, and the longer I stood there, the clearer I saw. Vern had known whoever had done this. And one guessed what they'd been looking for. But had they found it?
Shit, if you ever cooked, I'd be dead too.
Police department, open the door, please. Police department, open the door. Open the door, please. Police, open the door. No, open the door.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands!
No, I'm the one who called. I called you guys.
So, you guys tight? You hang out a lot?
No, this is my ex-wife's brother. I just actually met him on the street, and he asked me to come up to...
Buy some drugs?
No. No. What?
What did this guy do?
He, I don't know. He was, I heard that he was a antiques dealer.
A dealer?
Yeah, antiques, like Viennese kind of chairs and stuff. Like, you know, like curly cute leg things.
Yeah. That is correct. And Edward Mora. He's here. Victim's sister.
I hadn't heard her voice in 10 years.
Eddie?
Melissa?
You were there?
Just before I'd run into him on the street, and, yeah.
God. I wish I was more surprised. He was involved in some stuff. I better not say anymore.
No, that's probably a good idea.